everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Football for Life Show podcast with your host.
Well,
And for the first time ever, we've now
Arnie
got
G.
my co-host,
Back here.
Arnie.
Finally, back in the same spot as you can see. My extra chai here.
Yeah, so as you can see, we've finally we've been able to get up together and do a podcast for the first time in the flesh together.
I think in the history of the whole show, because of the whole COVID madness, which is still going on, by the way.
Yeah.
We encourage you to obviously stay safe.
Yeah.
As you see, 2 meters. But yeah, it's good to be here, Wills. I can't believe what I've just seen. The Butlers did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
crazy, man.
So since we can sort of conceived of this idea, to do the Football for Life show, we haven't had a chance to meet up. And like we've witnessed all sorts of crazy footballing stories whilst being totally separated apart. We had obviously Liverpool winning the league, City winning this league, us managing to get third after the most insane season that we've probably ever going to see in terms of injuries and things like that.
And our record,
which
I'll leave for later in the show because we have to talk. Even I said to Ferminator, we're going to talk about the record. But
so this is going to kind of be a bit freeform, I think. We'll touch on lots of different things. I think probably what we'll do is we'll talk about.
Literally, it's a freestyle session. Yeah. So me and Willie said, to deliver, we're here. And we're just going to be ourselves like we always are. I mean, obviously, it's different when we're on Zoom and stuff. So it's really good to be back here. It's like you can go all out, as we know. So yeah, it's a bit of the caffeine as well. My chai.
Yeah, Aaron's been drinking coffee for the last, what? Is this not what?
This is a chai latte.
So this is
chai from Pret. I'll talk about it later. For those who are interested in a very good deal, you talk to me, the king of deals.
He's I think you're probably the best person when it comes to finding unusual deals for coffee, which,
Credit to Efanks for that as well. We shall share the secret. Don't you worry.
So Efanks, as Aaron referenced, Aaron and I have lots of different nicknames for different people that we know. And so and they're usually based off of people's names. So Efanks is our friend Efan, who was on the video that we uploaded earlier today,
which I need to put on the page. So
that was reacting to the Man United
a yellow submarine. Hey, a yellow submarine. Good evening. And it is a good evening.
Yeah,
coming to 6.
Good evening. Man United was sunk by a yellow submarine, which I think is excellent.
Yellow submarine. Hey, yellow submarine. I am still kind of buzzing from that. Especially when De Gea missed the penalty. I jumped for the first time in ages at home. I just had to keep it down, because obviously Dad's upstairs. If I went mental, the house goes upside down. But now we turn it upside down. We saw that, which I obviously did a reaction with Efanks on the previous video. And today we've seen the, spotless.
So Aaron, so we just watched, this is partly also a match reaction, I suppose. So we just watched the playoff final between Brentford FC and Swansea FC at Wembley. And the game ended 2-0 to Brentford. A first half both scored in the first half.
We're getting 6 points from easily. I am very excited to play them. So we're gonna smash them.
Aaron has not been able to sit still for the last good 40 or 50 minutes. Keeps going on about how we're guaranteed 6 points. Totally fine, and we'll get into that. Because I think they'll be really good for the Prem. Quite honestly,
a new team came up.
Yeah, it would just be nice variety. So just to go through the goals quickly. They were both 2 first half goals. A penalty scored by won by Brian and Burmo and scored by Ivan Toney.
Oh yeah, Toney scored the penalty there, I think.
And then later it was a counter-attacking move from a Swansea corner, broke, and Burmo went out ran the length of the pitch. It was played across to Canos, I think, who then caught it across.
Am I dreaming? I still can't believe like the butlers whom I used to call have come up, but obviously me and Wheels were now discussing the point that can we still call them butlers because they finally made it up to the Prem.
Yeah. So like, yeah, to like what extent are a team considered a bottler, like bottlers, if they are perhaps known as bottling one type of event or one type of match, and then actually get it together and move beyond that? I kind of feel like it undermines the argument now, but
yeah,
I think, yeah, I mean, I tend to think that bottling generally is kind of used too easily. In football conversations.
You could argue, but they've done it all the time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've definitely made errors and cocked it up and blown it at the last chance. Like last year, they did it with the playoffs again with like against Fulham. They struggled this year in the first round of the playoffs. They were 2 goals down, weren't they? And then they had to score against.
Now you can make comparison also with the likes of Leicester. Now Leicester as well, because they won the FA Cup, yeah, which I'm still ecstatic about being, I wouldn't say Leicester fan because they're my third best in England. So before the rest of you try and jump on me like, yeah, like Sporting, Inter, as I'm on it, just to get the message across, we can like other teams, doesn't make us any less of a fan for our first teams, yeah?
Yeah, I suppose, like, again, like, yeah, I mean, you've been at this much longer than me. Aaron is a few years older than me. Not a huge amount.
Say it out publicly.
Not a huge gap, obviously. You know, we're still
fans.
Yeah. He's still looking youthful. I'm sure he'd like that compliment.
See what the ladies think.
But yeah, so I have a very different sort of view. Like, I tend to just say, like, just on a personal note, like, I'm a very one club person. Like, I do have other.
Sporting with me. My kit here, yeah. The away kit represent the colors of Sporting as well.
But I do I do watch other games from other teams and other leagues and stuff. And
yeah, that's my.
You know, 9 times out of 10, if there's a match on, I will pick a side to beat over the other, right? But
on your cheesecake here.
Yeah, we'll move it over here.
All good. We're at home.
And
we're at home, everyone.
Yeah. So, but for me, it's like I don't really necessarily get as hyped.
You don't get as hyped like me.
Yeah. I mean, I get hyped, but like it's not the same thing. I don't have like a third or fourth best team. Like they are. Leicester for me are like the de facto best, the fourth best in Europe, in England.
Oh, just, for you?
No. But like I think if we were going through the table and analyzing which teams go 1, 2, 3, and then like objectively who are the best, say top 5.
Yeah.
Because I think in recent years, like Arsenal and Tottenham are both fallen out of that. Like they may be a big part of the big 4.
Tottenham are not even in the convo.
Right. But there's the traditional top 4 in England, isn't there?
Yeah. United, Chelsea,
and Arsenal.
Yeah.
For the last 25 years, it's been that.
No. Chelsea in it, not Arsenal. Arsenal 5th, then Leicester. That's a new, like, say, top 6.
No, but I'm talking about the traditional before Leicester came along. So the traditional big 4 in England were United, Pool, us.
Depends how far back
Chelsea.
You want to go, because City were not in the equation till like 10 years now.
Yeah. So I'm talking over the last 25.
Okay. So United, Chelsea, Pool.
Obviously, in the last Arsenal, in the last 5-10, it's been City and Leicester that have broken into that.
Just as I'm on the point, so I was saying about Leicester. Obviously, that cup win has now given even Brudge enough credit in the bank, because as much as I wanted them to get top 4 as well and play Champions League football, the fact that they bottled it second time, obviously we're not excusing that just because they won the cup. But the cup win is a monumental achievement. It's magnificent. And even if I were a Leicester fan, I'm sure many Leicester fans feel the same. I would rather see us win a cup, or them, than obviously play Champions League, because Champions League will be forgotten in a few years. Like, we played, but the FA Cup is magical.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what I think that's, as football fans, we hold on to is not necessarily the positions that you win in the league every year. It's the trophies that you win with it. It's like, I know like Arsenal is a very complicated mess, obviously, but there is one thing about Arsenal is like you realized that after about 12 years of getting, or 15 years of or something of getting constant top 4 places.
Yeah, and top 4 is not a trophy.
Right, exactly. No, but that's my point. That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
And you've hit the nail on the head there. Arsenal fans did get sick of just qualifying for 4th place. Because yes, Championship, because Champions League is great for them.
Which is what United are now.
Right. But but it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's not on the point about Leicester winning silverware and top 4.
Definitely.
Yeah, they could get top 4 for 5 years, but fundamentally, if they're not standing a chance to win the Champions League, then it means kind of nothing more than just a boosted transfer fee, transfer budget. But the thing is, history is built for football clubs is built on the trophies. That's why that's why Liverpool, for example, as 2 Liverpool fans, repping.
As we see it. Hey.
Yeah. That's why it's so good to go back and look at the European Cups that we've won and look at the FA Cups that we've won and the domestic titles that we've won, regardless of how the league format works, right? So regardless of whether it was a Prem 1 or the old First Division, like it marks out the history of the club. And I think this is a really exciting chapter for Leicester.
Which brings us a song for the Chelsea fans before tonight's game.
Because obviously Leicester then had the league win a few years ago, and then they've had this. So it's like two modern chapters for them.
Second best thing that happened since the league win.
Yeah.
That's how close it comes in. As much as people want to slit the FA Cup, which me personally I don't agree with. Yeah. That's monumental. It's given them a lot of credit in the bank. Now, if they did win that cup, and ended up bottling top 4, you'd probably see a very different outset.
Yeah, I think there's a very good case to say that, like, if what you'd have is their season would be probably considered not maybe an abject failure, but you would certainly say it didn't live up to expectations.
Oh yeah.
Because they were expected to challenge for 4th and go far in a cup, and so if they had lost in the final, and if they had not got top 4, which is the way that they ended it in the league, because then it would have been a failure, and you would then have serious questions over Brendan Rodgers, his quality,
as I did before the cup win. But now that
I think it's given him, I think it's complicated because we both have different views of him, but
which I'm kind of
So, and it was it was raised by the Kickoff gang and Rory in particular. He was talking about actually is Rodgers considered a really great manager now? Like, because
I'd say he's good,
because
very good,
because obviously he did a really good job with us at Liverpool, and then
he said this,
but he he started off well at Swansea.
I think he's been
and then with us, and then
don't even say Celtic, bro, because
Celtics
are different. Like,
right, but then
forget Scotland. If he went to like a Rangers and did the same thing, then you're like talking in it.
But
like
it's still not it's not a serious opinion to say like you have to just avoid this any mention of the Celtic years.
Oh yeah.
But don't forget, after the Liverpool job, everyone was thinking, what does he do now? He's gone to one of the biggest clubs in England, and he's ultimately failed at his ultimate goal, which was to win the league and get Champions League and all of this stuff.
Are you speaking about us?
I'm talking broadly about where Rodgers' career was when he left us.
Because I think Leicester.
Because then he had to rebuild his career basically at using that old reputation, and went to Scotland, and he put in the hours, put in the work. The Celtic fan base, yes, they are used to winning, but yes, Scotland is a weaker league. There's no doubt.
But I'm not even speaking
the
about
expectations of that club are huge, and of the fans.
But and you see my point, yeah? I'm saying if he went and done it at Rangers, the same way Klopp did it with Dortmund, bro. So anyone can go and do it with Bayern. But Dortmund was special.
Are you choking?
I think the chai.
Okay.
Maybe back. But continue anyway.
I
think there's how do we down.
So whilst my co-host goes and saves his throat,
we're not drunk, by the way.
No, not yet. Anyway, me starting off watching the Champions League game later might be something entirely different by the end of the night. But yeah, it's the chai trying to get him.
Yeah, it's not spiked, yeah.
No, well, I don't know. But
you were saying about Brudge.
Yeah, I think certainly after Celtic made his name, and then it was another big decision to leave halfway through, not getting the what was it, the treble or quadruple?
In Scotland.
Yeah,
Celtic.
There was some record that they were going for 10 in a row, I think it was.
He wasn't there then. He had left already.
There was some record that they were chasing under him, and he left.
I think he was a 10. I think it was a 10 in a row.
Right. And so when he then went to Leicester, people were like going, I remember on 606 people were talking about like whether, there was an arrogance. There were people arguing whether Leicester is a bigger club than Celtic, and
but you get my point, which I was trying to make before I semi-choked. No pun intended. Yeah. But again, when I was saying about Bayern, almost any manager can go and win it with Bayern, but to do it Dortmund was something special. Yeah. The same with Celtic and Rangers. The only reason why I say Lennon couldn't do it, Celtic. That's how good Jero has been.
Yeah.
Would Brugge have done the same with Rangers? We don't know. Maybe because, again, like I said, FA Cup was monumental, so I changed my tune a bit after that.
Yeah. I mean, the ultimate point of this conversation is I think the cup win re-legitimizes him as a top manager in England.
Yeah.
Because then it goes, well, okay, so he's what it basically says, actually he is capable of getting some really great performances out of what is a really exciting team, some really exciting youth players. That left back, James Justin,
based on the FA
Cup, he looks incredibly exciting. I mean, him getting performances out of Kelechi and Nacho,
renewed.
Yeah, him getting really great performances out of Ndidi, who's been doing it for a number of years, but to keep that going, to keep the morale up, to get them regularly challenging for top 4, even if they don't get there every time. These are serious career beats on the path for him, and
the fact that he won the FA Cup, probably the biggest in his career for me personally.
Yeah, because it's the first for
ever
Leicester.
For Leicester. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We also are we discussing pool? Because if we finish the season third, I mean, initially I did want Europa so we could win something, but there may be a chance because if we have a good window, we could bounce back. I mean, UCL is the following year, so this season, which I'm already in now, I know the Champions League final is yet to be played, but I'm just saying this season because for us, now we're in a new season.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, let's get 4th for the next season. I think we'll get 4th anyway.
Yeah. I think
only this last season I wanted Europa. Obviously, we got Champions League, so as long as we qualify again for Istanbul, get some magic done. And I need to get over this 6 in a row because, as you know.
So let's.
I found that really.
So let's give some context to the different things that we're talking about here, because there might be new people that watch our episode here that that haven't necessarily been following what's happened in England this year. So and also what our expectations might be going into the new season and what we expect from signings and things like that.
It's been so crazy, man. I can't believe it. I still can't believe
it has been totally mind-boggling, hasn't it? We've gone from winning the league last season in spectacular style, absolutely
let's just say our best season and our worst
incinerating
season
every team
ever.
that comes near us. Finding new ways to win all the time, and we earned that crown of the mentality monsters. And I think
unbreakable.
This, 99, exactly. And then this,
see in my shirt,
and then
Flick 99. It's at the back part.
And then obviously this new season we were doing really well. We were at Christmas we were top, right? And then we were everyone was thinking, oh my gosh, Liverpool have just brought Thiago in. There's a few other signings here and there, and and then we bought Jota, and it was like, oh my gosh, Liverpool are about to go to an even not a next level, but they're gonna just keep going.
No, I thought we'd retain it,
right?
Even though it'd be close,
right? And then obviously we had the horrific injuries of Van Dijk and Gomez, and then Fabinho, and everything unraveled, and 17 centre back pairings later, we end the league. Much.
But again, look, no excuse for what happened. I mean, we broke a record that was never seen before.
No, but okay,
so of our lives.
But so to give context to what you're talking about, the 6 in a row, and I'll let you talk openly, and you can say whatever.
I'll try and summarize.
Yeah. And I mean, basically we lost 6 games after Christmas at home.
I think January.
In January.
Christmas. You're right. Yeah.
And
January,
from
March. Whew.
Yeah. And it felt like every time we were playing, we were going to lose at home. And instead of going from Fortress, which was we were unbeaten at home in 4 years by the time we started losing these games.
68 unbeaten.
Yeah. So then we were losing every game at home. And Aaron, I'll let you take over, because
as you said just now, the previous worst was 4 in a row in 1924. When I think I don't know about your granddad. My granddad wasn't born by then. Everton as well, who have never beaten us, put that run down.
Yeah.
Because that equaled it.
That really hurt that.
And they hadn't beaten us since 99, right? At home.
Yeah.
So imagine.
22
years. It's like, okay, you can live with it. It's been seen before. The Chelsea game was the one I thought to myself, if we lose this and make a new record, like which no one's ever seen, our history is fucked, and literally it's tainted. So I felt at the time. I know it's been like 3 months now, so I'm that tad a bit more calmer, but the feeling, I don't know when that's gonna go. And then we obviously went on to do one worse against Fulham, make it 6. I thought, damage has been done, so that didn't hurt as much. I kind of like, okay, I'm still scarred from the Chelsea game, so even if we lost 7 or 8, again, hypothetical situation, as I said to Willie, now imagine 2, maybe 5 years go past, say for example, Jero's at the helm, it's going well, and then suddenly we have 8 in a row. Now the hypothetical situation is, would I feel the same way? Would I feel worse? I don't know. Personally, the way I'm feeling now, because I've seen this 5 in a row happen, 6, seeing something above that, it's like familiar territory.
Yeah, I again, like, it's nice that with football you have it's a sport that we all love, and we all come together to love it, and we love the same players and we love the same manager, but the best thing about it is that we are able to have our own opinions, even if they are often contradictory and they clash with one another. So I mean and thankfully with Aaron, there's energy that goes back and forth with us. And I'd like to think that's why we're semi-decent hosts of this thing, that we're able to bounce off some of this. The 5 in a row hurt, really, really hurt. I mean, most of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, look. So we got to that point in mid-March, and most of us wanted the season to go, end now, full, like, not continue at all. Just absolutely, there was nothing happening that was good. We'd stopped scoring. We'd stopped being able to concede. We couldn't stop conceding. We had draws against Fulham.
No, we lost against Fulham.
But there was also there was a draw against. Yeah,
that wasn't too bad, but that's before the whole shit started. But as you're saying to me, I kind of get your point.
Yeah, but for me, it was like, so yeah, it really hurt, and everyone just wanted the season over, and most of us at that point wrote off top 4. There was a few among our fan base and the immediate fan base that we have and know that were like, I don't know, maybe there's a chance of a miracle. And then, like, there were times where we would still mess up.
But top 4 is not gonna make this any easier. That's my. And I know you're agreeing with it.
No, I'm trying to I'm trying to lead this towards a place where we then recontextualize what's going to happen in the new season. or what we think might happen and what our expectations are. So for me,
yeah, but I feel personally it's just a question of like maybe
it definitely like it hurts
to get used to it.
Yeah, but I managed to get over it in a couple of weeks.
That's it. I mean, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented territory.
It's there, and it's not.
It's not gonna go. That's my point. Like, whereas if we got relegated, God forbid that don't happen.
But the thing is, it's like
I still don't think it would be as bad because relegation has happened before in our history. We can always come back up. Whereby with this one, like 5 never happened. Now it's there, bro. It happened. But yeah.
I mean, I think it. Yeah, I think it's tough. It's tough because I don't think it's worse than relegation. Like in my opinion, I have relegation as the worst part that any team can suffer.
Just quickly, the only thing, back-to-back relegations would be bad, as Tab said.
Yeah,
back-to-back.
I mean,
relegation. I don't.
Yeah, but okay. Yes. Yes, you can always think of the worst, an even worse option than the one thing. But in terms of footballing context, relegation is probably the worst thing that you can happen in a single season. Right. Like on its own, it's the one thing. And so for me, the 5 in a row would never be that bad. But what I'm saying, moving forward for the rest of the season, we did pull off what was basically a miracle to get back into the top 4 from where we were.
Yeah.
We were in 10th,
8th, 9th, yeah.
In April.
We might have been 10th at one point. Shit.
Yeah. So in like 5 or 6 weeks, we managed to turn it around and get top 4. Alisson scored a header.
Yeah.
It's
good gesture.
You know.
Yeah. Bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought the post-match interview for that game was just so emotional. And we ended the season with Nat and Reece Williams at centre back, which was great, just unreal.
Yeah.
Like none of us would have expected those guys to step up in the way that they did.
Well as well.
Yeah, and I'd love to see him get games next season, even with Konate coming in. Yeah.
I hope we go and get Braganza because as Wills knows, that's my guy.
Yeah. So obviously the season's not over yet, but it is at the end of today. But it's good to see us start off with like really quick transfer news. We've got a new centre back in.
Konate.
Yeah, who's going to be a beast, 6'4". I've done a reaction video to that news.
Oh yeah.
That's already up on the channel.
So
what it means for next season or the new season coming. Well, I don't think it's a matter of wrestling for top 4. I don't think Man United are particularly strong. I don't think Chelsea have the consistency yet.
We do our predictions for top 4. Then
we'll do a separate predictions video.
Yeah, just to wrap this one.
Yeah,
as we know, because the time is coming for the final.
So okay, quickly,
and I gotta be somewhere, and he's got a booking as well.
Yeah, so in a line. Yeah. I think the new season, I think we'll be in a title race again. Once we have our full squad together.
Yeah.
And once we have new signings, which may or may not include Braganza, who's a hot talent from. But you seem to think. To finish quickly, and then that's me done.
Yeah.
I think. So we got a centre back in. I think we need another midfielder to replace Gini, and I think
Gino.
And I think we need. And I think we need a real striker for.
Yeah, that's Braganza. Either of them. And
to give rotation for Bobby and things.
He believes that we're gonna challenge.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe too. My fellow fans, other fans, rival fans, whoever. Maybe I just need time. Ferminator, if you do watch this stream, I'll talk to you. Obviously, I've been chatting with Wheelie, but it's not gonna happen overnight. Bear with me; it will take some time. Up the Reds! Or should I say, what's this? Turquoises.
So you were saying earlier that quickly, that. So in a line, what do you think the expectations are for next season?
For us, so-called supposed title challenge, get top 4, which I think we will. Arsenal 5th, but we'll save that for the other video, like you said.
Yeah.
I think City defend the crown. Chelsea will challenge them a bit more than we will, I think. But let's see. So I'm saying Chelsea second. Man U probably stay at third. Not stay. They came second, third. And we get fourth. And yeah, that's my one for top four. Champions League, I don't know. I think we'll make the knockouts, maybe quarters again.
Yeah.
Semis would be nice. So if we win it, go mental, obviously. Season after that, Istanbul is coming back, so we never know. And in the meantime, I get over the 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Be nice. Yeah, I know.
I think certainly just to end on the final point, I think the achieving top four on the last day with Reece and Nat, I think that goes a long way to calm everyone and make people think. It makes the
if we win
stuff
FA
like
Cup,
the 5 in a row
epic.
A little bit easier to swallow. It makes the last season and what has been probably the worst season of football the
worst season I've ever seen was this season for us.
Not just for us as a club, but for the fan base, for football in general, for clubs and reputations and things. It's literally been everything.
Having said that yourself, like, you know, to end on a positive note, as neutral fans, even though that's most of them, I'd say, are teams that we like. Villarreal, the Yellow Submarine. Hey, the Yellow Submarine.
Sanking Man United.
That was a classic. That was extremely
great
epic.
Way to end the season.
We saw Sporting win the league after 19 years, which is ticked off. Amazing. Leicester winning the FA Cup. What a season. Lille in the Farmers League. Yeah. There's been quite a few. So as much as we've had our
Inter Milan
downs, Pazza Inter Amala. You know, I also like Inter. Jump on the bandwagon of teams, but yeah.
So quickly before we end this game tonight, Champions League final. What do you think it will be? Score?
Chelsea's gonna win, probably 2-1 extra time.
Okay.
I'm on City.
And well, I'm not cheering on City. I would. Yeah, I'll go.
Chelsea
I'll go 2-0 Chelsea, and we'll see how it is. So everyone, thank you for watching. This has been a sort of an impromptu pod.
It was a freestyler.
Yeah,
as you can see.
We're still trying to work it out how to do it in a more enclosed environment when we're not over a Zoom. And so hope you like. Press like on this video. Leave comments. Share it to all your friends. We're just two guys doing this, and trying to explore our love for football.
Because it promotes the algorithm, so we can interact with more people. It would be nice just to have a little, band of people that we can discuss with. Because doing it on our own, it's like, we have these talks, we get it out there, but there's not much interaction. Then so do that. Be great. Till next time, it's been your boy Arnie G, Football for Life show, and Wele. Up the Champions League.
I love this guy's energy, man. Like he can do these nicknames justice, and
this is what happens when we're like together. It's better than Zoom, man.
Anyway,
but cool.
See you all soon.
Enjoy.